Good afternoon on your Tuesday. It is 12:35. I'm Julie Broughton. This is Take 6. We're so happy you're spending a little bit of time with us today outside of our traditional news times. This gives us a nice opportunity to talk about what we're working on for News 6 later today. We'll also get a check of your Thanksgiving forecast coming up in just a few minutes. But first, let's get right into it. News 6 investigator Mike DeForest is joining us today. And Mike, you are telling us about a car named Clara and some complaints about a Lake County auto dealer. So what's going on with all of this?
Well, here at News 6, we do get a lot of consumer complaints about used car dealers, but this one really caught our attention because it involves a car dealer that specializes in hot rods and classic cars. So this story involves some really gorgeous, beautiful cars. And again, how it all went down is we got a phone call from a woman who said, I think you're seeing the car there. This is a replica 1931 Ford Model A Phaeton. And basically, she cannot get the title to that vehicle. It's kind of a sad story. Her fiance bought her that car as a retirement gift. They would go to car shows together, ride around, but sadly, just 2 months after he bought that car for her, the fiance passed away from health issues. And now that was their thing to do together, and she doesn't want it anymore, so she wants to sell it. And that's when she discovered they never obtained the title for it. So she goes to the car dealer where he bought the car in Lake County, and they allegedly tell her, well, we're going to get you the title. We're going to get you the title. Well, it's been months, and she has no title to the car. And she says without that title, she can't sell it. She can't even register it and legally put license plates on it. And technically, she doesn't own it, even though she's still paying on a car loan for it. So that's how this all began. I started looking into this. And that's when I discovered in just the past few weeks and months, this car dealer has become the subject of more than a dozen lawsuits. And then I started digging in further and found out there are now criminal investigations into this car dealer, looking into allegations of fraud and financial crimes.
And have you been able to get in touch with the dealer and talk to anyone there?
The dealer has not responded to our many emails, phone calls, but the way this allegedly worked, according to these lawsuits, is this dealership bought and sold these classic cars, these vintage cars. And so when someone owned one of these cars, one of these classic cars, and they wanted to sell it, they would give it to this dealer to sell on consignment. That's according to these lawsuits. And the arrangement was that once the dealer sold the classic car, they would pay the original owner. Well, in these lawsuits, the owners are claiming the dealer sold my car, but I never got the money. That owner would then say, well, hey, I'm not going to give you the title for the car. They would hold on to the title. So the dealer was, in essence, allegedly selling these cars without a title. And then you get a woman like Ms. Myers that we interviewed who buys the car and there is no title. And now she can't do anything with it. So it's a sprawling investigation that we're told now has federal agents and local police looking into.
Oh, man. And you just feel so bad for her. Like you said, it's a sad story. She lost her fiance, and now she's looking at this beautiful car that she can't even drive, and she's still paying for it. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's just...
And it's not just her. The state of Florida, the state agency that oversees car dealers, says it's received nearly 60 complaints. Again, we found more than a dozen lawsuits, and from what we understand, this criminal investigation is growing.
Wow. Well, I know you will stay on top of this, and we'll see your story tonight on News 6 at 6.
See you then.
Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get a check of your weather. Really beautiful day out there today. A little on the warm side once again. We'll start you out with a look at the radar sweeping out for us. Nice and dry. Plenty of sunshine area wide, and temperatures will be climbing generally into the 80s, already sitting there in a lot of spots. Right now it is 82 in Orlando as well as in Sanford. Ocala, you're checking at 78 degrees, 79 in the Villages and in Leesburg, 80 in Melbourne, 81 in Cape Canaveral, and 79 if you are in Palm Coast. Now notice the winds, pretty breezy area-wide, generally around 10 to 15 miles per hour, coming in with a southerly component that is bringing some moisture up into the area, as well as bringing our temperatures into the low 80s. Again, a little bit warmer than normal. Typically this time of year, we're in the upper 70s. So we'll get a degree or two warmer as we head through the day today, reaching a high around 83 in Orlando, 80 in Palm Coast, and 82 for your afternoon high today if you are in Leesburg. Now, the rain chances do begin to go up tomorrow as a front moves into our area. Rain chances in Orlando around 30%. 30%, 20% in Kissimmee. The farther north you go, the higher the rain chances are, up to about 40% in Ocala. Now, here's a look at the timing of this front. This is the clouds and rainforest, showing that at 5 o'clock today, we'll start to see some clouds increasing. Then through the evening hours, if you look up at the corner of your screen, you'll see that front beginning to move in. Now, this is the same front that could cause some travel problems tomorrow across much of the southeast and the eastern seaboard. We'll get the tail end of that front as we move into the day tomorrow. So we stop the clock for you around 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Notice that front sitting right on top of us, bringing with it some showers before it pushes through by tomorrow evening. And behind that, we'll see drier air moving in for your Thursday, but still some clouds hanging around throughout the day on Thursday. In fact, I think we will see considerable cloudiness for your Thanksgiving Day forecast, but overall we should be dry, cooler, high 71 on Thanksgiving after a morning low in the upper 50s. Here's how it looks for you for the next 7 days. Today we go into the low 80s. Low 80s again tomorrow. Again, 30% chance of rain in Orlando, higher to the north, lower to the south. Thursday, 71 degrees. Friday, we bring some more moisture back into the picture, bringing a 40% chance of showers before mostly drying out for the weekend. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will have more on your full forecast for you. And News 6's Lisa Bell, Ginger Gadsden, and I will also see you on News 6 starting at 4. Now, if you have any questions or comments for us here at Take 6, we always love to hear from you. Head to clickorlando.com/take6. Let us know what's on your mind. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you at 4.